Today on Rappler. The Anti-Terrorism Council begins the process of designating Negros Oriental Representative Arnie Teves a terrorist. The Environment Department says environmental damage from the Oriental Mindoro oil spill may reach 7 billion pesos. Philippine authorities evacuate over 400 OFWs from Sudan. The Land Transportation Office warns it may run out of license plates as early as June. Olympic champion Hidilyn Diaz will skip the 2023 SEA Games in Cambodia. Season 6 of the acclaimed series Black Mirror is set to be released in June. And NCT Dream's Chenle will miss the Dream Show 2 concert in Manila due to health reasons. Justice Secretary Boyong Remulla says the Anti-Terrorism Council begins the process of designating suspended Negros Oriental Representative Arnie Teves as a terrorist. Teves is tagged as the alleged mastermind of the March 4 Pamplona attack that killed then Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo and 8 others. Remulla sketches the, quote, simple logic of his push to designate Teves a terrorist, saying, quote, if the person with the rank of governor can get killed in his own home, then who will not be terrorized by such an action? Remulla also makes a reference to rendition, saying once the government tags Teves a terrorist, United Nations member states have a duty to arrest and turn him over to the country. Environment Department Chief Tony Yulo Loizaga says environmental damage caused by the oil spill from sunken MT Princess Empress could reach 7 billion pesos. In an interview with ABS-CBN, DENR Secretary Loizaga says the possible exposure of 7 billion pesos comes from the damage to the country's coral reefs, mangroves, seagrass, and other marine resources. A report from the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council says damage to agriculture and fisheries has reached 3.8 billion pesos. Loizaga says the DENR will submit its evidence to the Department of Justice, the lead agency on the filing of complaints against the ship owner and other parties to be sued. The International Oil Pollution Compensation Funds said the government can only claim $284 million in insurance coverage, not $1 billion as earlier claimed by the owner of MT Princess Empress. Malacanang confirms Philippine authorities evacuated 409 Filipinos from conflict-hit Sudan. 335 overseas Filipino workers and their family members leave the Sudanese capital Khartoum for Egypt on Wednesday, April 26. Meanwhile, with the help of the Filipino community in Sudan, another 35 OFWs and 15 students are safely brought to Egypt, as well as personnel from the Department of Migrant Workers. DFA Undersecretary for Migrant Workers Eduardo de Vega says there are, quote, problems at the borders because Egypt is strict about allowing entry. Many of the evacuating Filipinos either have expired passports or do not have passports with them at all. Some reasons include how their passports may have been left with their employers or they're simply undocumented workers. Philippine ambassador to Egypt Ezedin Tago says Egyptian officials, quote, graciously allowed Filipinos to get visas on arrival at the border. The Land Transportation Office says there may be a shortage in license plates as early as June. LTO Chief J.R. Tugade on ANC's Head Start says license plates for motorcycles are projected to run out by June, and motor vehicle license plates will be depleted by July. Although LTO still has supplies of license plates on hand, Tugade says another shortage could happen if the procurement process faces delays. Tugade explains the procurement for the plates has been transferred to the Department of Transportation. But despite the looming shortage, Tugade emphasizes motorists are not allowed to print their own license plates unless they explicitly secure an authorization form from the LTO. This comes as the LTO struggles with a shortage in driver's license cards, with a procurement process expected to drag on for months. Olympic weightlifting champion Hidilyn Diaz asks for her fans' understanding after she makes the decision not to compete in the SEA Games because, quote, the goal is Paris 2024. Hidilyn will skip the 32nd Southeast Asian Games in Cambodia as she continues her quest to reach a 5th straight Olympics win by joining the Asian Weightlifting Championships. The Continental Championships, one of the qualifying events for Paris, will be held in Jinju, Korea from May 5 to 13, just before the SEA Games weightlifting competitions take place from May 13 to 16. 32-year-old Hidilyn says she needs ample time to rest and recover in between tournaments for optimal performance, saying experience tells her, quote, weightlifters have a hard time going back to action a week after a competition. Hidilyn won back-to-back gold medals at the 55-kilogram division in the last two editions of the SEA Games hosted by the Philippines and Vietnam. After nearly 4 years, Black Mirror is set to release new episodes on Netflix in June. The show releases a teaser on Wednesday, April 26, giving a glimpse of the new season's all-star cast. Among the actors set to make an appearance are Salma Hayek, Aaron Paul, Josh Hartnett, Michael Cera, Kate Mara, Zazie Beetz, and Ben Barnes. Created by Charlie Brooker, Black Mirror first premiered in 2011. With over 27 episodes and an interactive film, the anthology series portray dystopian worlds that are heavily affected by technological or scientific innovation. The show has since grown a wide fan base, and its episodes have won several awards, including a number of Primetime Emmys. The last season, which had 3 episodes, premiered in June 2019. Chenle of K-pop boy group NCT Dream will not be attending the group's upcoming The Dream Show 2 concert in Manila due to health conditions. Local concert promoter Pulp Live World makes the announcement saying, quote, "We are hoping for your kind understanding regarding this matter." Only 6 members, Mark, Ranjun, Jeno, Haechan, Jaemin, and Jisung, will take the stage on April 29 and 30 at the Mall of Asia Arena. SM Entertainment shares Chenle's poor physical condition is due to cold symptoms. The agency says the idol will focus on resting in order to be able to join the Macau shows set for May 13 and 14. The Dream Show 2 in a Dream will serve as NCT Dream's first solo show in the Philippines since February 2020. NCT Dream made its debut in August 2016. It is known for songs Chewing Gum, Life is Still Going On, Hot Sauce, and Hello Future. And that's today's wrap. I'm Ninel Yu. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.